I'm here with an episode of the podcast talking to some very valuable business entrepreneurs, giving you guys some insights to what they got going on and some great business techniques. Thank you guys for joining us. I want to give an introduction to a guy I've been following for a little while who's been doing great things with his business and in the community. We're talking to founder CEO Eddie Williams with the Trash Scan app, and he's going to sort of tell us what's going on with that and how he got into the business. How you doing today, Eddie?
Man, I'm doing well. I'm doing all right, man. So once I get a couple more of these meds in me, I think I'm gonna be doing a lot better, man. But I appreciate you having me on today, man, and just an opportunity to sit here and speak with you.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time. I mean, I've been following your website, big inspiration for me. Somebody who aspires to get into the waste side of the business. And we were just kind of talking off camera, and you can repeat a little bit what you said for the people out there.
Nah, man. We were just sitting there talking about, man, just this industry as a whole. I was telling you how it's recession proof, it's pandemic proof. It's a $1 billion industry, man. It's just an opportunity for everybody to kind of find their space in helping curb appeals from around the world, man. So, nah, man, waste isn't going anywhere.
Man, that's exactly right. And that's something I realized as well from making my own amount of waste. I'm like, man, I gotta do something with this, right? And so I'm in Baltimore City, and they always have a shortage of trash pickups, right? And then on top of that, Philadelphia had the trash strike. And usually when things like that happen, it's a domino effect. So it goes from one city to another city to pretty soon around the whole country, right? And so wanted to get into your story and introduce everybody to Trash Scan and what it is. And so, can you just break down your business and let everybody know what it is and what it does?
All the things where people were using, different little gig apps, we comprise into a digital solution, and we've been, like I said, been able to man, partner with Valet Trash company now for 7 years. We're in
Hmm.
28 states. We support well over 1,500 properties. So man, we're still moving along. Still got work to do.
Man, that's motivation right there. So how did you come up with it? Like, so was this something that you saw a need for? Was this something that you kind of saw industry going towards? How did you kind of come up for the business itself?
Man, and I'm gonna be honest. Let me sit here and so co-founder type of tech that could help me along with this process. And so, man, did some analysis.
Yeah, that I mean that's the most authentic and best way that it starts out of necessity, right? Seeing something and using your skills or creating the skills, right, to fill that. I understand you guys deal with property managers, residents, and it's is it defined as like a valet trash service? Is that how you define it, or how do you kind of define it? Is it considered a valet trash service, right? And how do you and so pretty much how does it work for acquiring clients and like your onboarding, right? Do you have the team that goes to the properties, or are you guys a team, or does the property management use their own team? How does it set up?
I mean, so and excuse me, man. I'm sitting there moving about. I'm trying to get into a place a little more stationary for you.
That's cool.
So honestly, like I said, our primary customer is the valet trash partner. We're also a part of, man, 6 apartment associations. We're
Mm,
heavily, invested in the NAA as well. Like I said, I serve on a few boards. I mean, well, serve on a few committees there. So I think number one, we're pretty much just trying to meet our customers
mhm.
where they are. But honestly, most of our customers are your everyday people, man. They're people like
Yeah.
you. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I'm running to you on on the street. And
Hmm.
even in some spaces, you might even get a cold call from me or whatnot, just because you're in the
Hmm.
waste space and so forth. Well, yeah,
Okay.
that's primarily what we're doing. We do have a unique approach too, because since we are in front of in these spaces, we do see decision makers. We also act as a broker in some spaces where I'm
Um,
bringing deals to you
mhm.
just because I have all these different relationships, and so not only am I sitting here getting you as a client, but I'm also getting you business too.
So one of the things that we talk about on this show, like the Promptpreneurs, is using tech and things like that. And you guys have a great looking website, and I also read on there how your system works, right?
Hmm.
And you guys position QR codes, right? And then that's part of some of the, I guess you could say, back end management that helps with the dashboards and notifications. And so, does some of the check in and the automated alerts. And so, how was like when you guys set that up and putting it to your website or putting it into your service as a software? How did that go?
Oh man, so QR code technology, I mean, nothing new. But we had to create something that continuously created, like you said, that transparency, that
Mhm,
visibility
mhm,
about when these valet trash companies were on site. And so I know one of the big things that we incorporate is geofencing, number one. So, we try to make sure that nobody can, fabricate that they whether they were on or on site or whatnot.
exactly.
Uh, and the biggest thing as far as the QR codes go is that like when you do our initial setup, you give us all the information. You get to customize how you want to show visibility. If you got a
Mhm,
property manager that's always on you, like, well, I didn't see you do this floor. I can verify she did this floor this time. We can we can work with you to sit here and say, I need a QR code every building, or I need a QR
mhm,
code on each floor of every building.
mhm,
And once you tell us those those specifications, man, we print them out to your liking. We get
mhm.
those shipped out to. That's all a part of our customer service experience. We get those out, and you place them how we spoke, how we decided that we were using.
Yeah, when I saw that on your website, I thought that was really, really a great feature to add. I thought it was a good
Mhm.
example of the tech, right? And like you were saying, tech that's already around, right? This is not new, but it's a great use, and it can open people's eyes to it, right? In everyday use. I used to see it a lot with musicians and artists, and when they want to
Mhm.
buy, when they want to sell something, but then you seeing it to be used in the functional space when it comes time to work with something, right? And
Absolutely.
so I love that you guys use that.
Yeah.
And
Even doubling down, like you said, there's a date and timestamp of all
mm,
activity once that stuff is scanned too. So, like I
wow,
said, just bringing everything to the forefront. And also, if you're not doing if you don't have good operations, my app is just going to put a highlight on you not having good
mhm,
operations. So you got to come A1.
yeah. And so, for your business, do you? So I saw it sounds like it's two things, and I'm explaining so I understand it for those who don't know what it is will understand. So do you guys um do the service, or do you guys bring the okay, you guys are the software for
Only
the
this
service?
we're a tech startup,
Okay,
absolutely.
got
So
it.
a lot in the past, like I've been mistaken, for it's actually rendering services. I was like, no, but I know somebody that does, and they use our platform. So
Yeah,
so that's
yeah,
where those introductions come. I love
exactly.
doing the handoffs.
Mhm. And when you guys went to create your site, did you made an app as well? Because I saw it did say available iOS and Android.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Absolutely.
that's one area that's becoming very popular with all the AI and the building of code. So were you involved in that app creation process? Can you tell a little bit how it was in your experience?
So I'm gonna be honest, like I said, my friend and business partner, like I said, his by trade, he's a software engineer.
Okay.
And so he
That
he's
makes it
a
easy.
he's a code, he's a guru guy. You know what I'm saying? So I have certifications in like IT certifications, things of that nature. So I can do stuff to a very novice
Mhm.
event. My job is to sit here and make it plain and simple, make the connection and so forth. The website in itself, man, it was our way up the one you're visiting, it's just we actually just redid it here. And the one thing we have to learn as a startup is, man, is just knowing your strengths. Can we do it? Yeah, personally, but do we have the time to do it? No. So we we honestly, man, reached out to our network and got this. We knew what vision we had for it, and man,
Yep.
we're just they were able to bring it to fruition for us and so forth, man. So that's the biggest thing. I also, as an entrepreneur, man, make sure you're not trying to put too much on your plate. Like, if you got the resources, man, and somebody else does something better than you, let them do it. Like,
Mhm. Oh yeah, 100%. And that's really what the goal of AI is for a lot of companies, is to replace the amount of team members, right, that they would have.
hmm
It automatically almost makes you a one-man company. And yeah,
absolutely,
out service makes it a lot easier because you, like you said, you get your time back, and that's the most valuable thing,
absolutely.
especially when it comes to the business. So for the people out there that are looking, I brought up on the screen a copy of the website here, and this is what it looks like for the Trash Scan app. And it says here, helping valet trash companies manage and scale with Trash Scan. And you can request a demo. You can go on there and see how it works. They have links for property managers, facts, and then they also have a breakdown of how it works with great visuals,
hmm
real-time service verifications, and then they have the testimonials. And I
Absolutely.
did take a look at this testimonial, and this was a very genuine, heartfelt testimonial from a community site director. And the vibe I got from her was relieved, right? Like she was really
hmm
relieved that this service was there and was making her job easier. And I mean,
Absolutely.
videos and pictures are a thousand words, and so this is a
Absolutely.
great ad. And so, um, what I'm trying to do is, get into the waste management and find a space for works in my area. And
hmm
I have no coding experience. And I've just been kind of going by the clips it started from like clips I saw on Instagram to watching a couple YouTube videos to now fully dived into apps and creating, front ends and, user
hmm
interfaces and knowing the terms and able to talk a little bit about it. But
Right.
it's been tough, and so it definitely helps to, like you said, to have a teammate or a person who can make that connection. I'm currently at where I have a web app, but I don't have an iOS app, and I'm trying to make that connection to jump from the web app to the iOS. But it's going to take
hmm
a little bit of things to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the biggest thing too. So you bring up a point, man, where a lot of people, in our space, where they say, where I want to build my own app, or I'm doing this, but if I can try to stress anything, like do what you continue to do what you do best. Getting your contracts. Making sure you got the best operations from what you're
Hmm.
truly doing. Because somebody like me, the same way I'm relieving their
Hmm.
property manager, I also relieve, you know, a matter of people having to deal with the tech side because, like you said, you have a web based uh a web-based platform right now and you like to go on iOS or Android, there's steps you have to take to get to that. There's
Hmm.
money that's
Hmm.
involved that you have to get to that. And so it's important that, like, yeah, you can build something, but you also have to maintain it. You have to support it. And if you want any new features, because you're going to want new features, because we're continuously updating ours to stay ahead of the pack, to stay
Hmm.
ahead of, because we got competitors now.
Yep.
And so, you have to sit here when you're thinking about creating tech, you can't just sit here and look at, okay, I'm just going to do this for right now. You got
Hmm.
to start looking at what does your tech look like down the road, and do I really want to? Because that's an expense in itself, and
Yeah.
it's not a cheap one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So what was that rollout like, right? What the night before you guys went live or the day you
Mm,
guys went live, what was that feeling like?
man, I just sit here and I think, like, it came from they, like, honestly, it was me and Paul, and we still have a big team,
But I'm on the back end. I'm creating the creating the properties. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to make sure the QR our printers at the time got ink and they acting right. Things of that nature, man. So man, it's just the first time, jitters and so forth, making sure
Mhm.
everything was working properly, testing it at the house,
Yeah.
seeing if everything was cool.
So this is their website, which is the trashscan uh, app.com, and it breaks down their app. Now they have a software as a service, which I believe is the acronym SaaS that you see a lot of people talk about. But the website looks amazing, very streamlined, explains exactly what it does, and then also they have the testimonials on here, which is really helps with identify with the usage of the app and shows how it's working. And so, what we were going in and talking about was the tech side, right? We were talking about launching on the iOS store,
Mhm.
and then any problems that came up. And then you said a key word I wanted to touch on, which was um, keeping up with the app, right? And so, how do you, if you, when you launch and you get users, right? How do you, pretty much what everybody wants to know, how do you get more users? you know?
Oh man, so no more. I mean, so I think one of the things you just kind of touched on, number one is those testimonials.
Mhm.
Every brand, has to learn. Of course, we use our social media. We're on Instagram. We're on LinkedIn. Uh, if you want to look me up, you just look up my name. It's the guy with the maroon suit, the bald guy with glasses. But yeah, but yeah. I mean, biggest thing is those testimonials, man. I really like to my partners, not only from the property side, but my Valet Trash partners speak on our behalf and say how they're growing. How when I met one of my partners, they had two properties and now they have well over 100, and
Wow.
they did it through our platform where they're selling themselves with trash can. And so
Oh, wow.
yeah, so when they're submitting bids, we're typically you know one of outside of price, one of the bigger kickers, because nobody cares about you saying you're going to do a good job. How can you prove it now?
Mhm.
And so not only can they see it from a curb appeal, but now they can track everything you're doing with the use of our solution.
And wow, I think that's great when you put it like that, where you can use the software and then you can create a business around it, like your own type of business, and use both. You can be the boots on the ground
Hmm.
doing the service and using the software service. And now, when it comes, if somebody wanted to do that, is that technically a? It's not franchise. It's not like a franchise model, is it? But it's just, you, they would be a not like a. I'm trying to think of another service that might be set up like that, but they would be. It's their own company. They manage it, but they use your software.
So what we use is what's called white labeling.
Hmm.
So we have customers. It might be promptpreneurs,
Hmm.
valet trash or whatnot. It's going to say put your logo, but it's
Oh,
powered by a trash can. So
got
every
got it.
entity, when you send over all your information, when you're sending over any of those reports, it's going to look like it's from you as a
Mm,
company, not me.
yeah. Wow.
So yeah, it's completely white label.
Man, that's really empowering, man. Like let you know, like, hey, you can get this shaken right on your own and work with
Absolutely,
us to create your own business and your own business reputation and get and do your own great things.
absolutely. No,
Now,
no, go ahead.
also talking about tech, when it comes to your personal business and you running a business, do you use any apps right now? Like uh, do you use like Notion or do you use like Zapier, ChatGPT, Claude, or any type of apps like that?
No, man. At this point, ChatGPT is like my significant other. It is like seriously. I mean, like I paid this subscription happily. Like just every day the emails, the stuff we put in our in Hub. We use HubSpot, a
Mhm.
lot. So
Okay.
that's how our CRM system. But we use it for sales, marketing, and we also use it for our back end customer service tickets and things of that nature. Um, I know back then we've all migrated from those because now we're using HubSpot. No, man, I mean, of course, the accounting stuff, accounting information, we're still, using software in that space as well. Stripe,
Hmm.
things of that nature. So it's, you still have to, not only when you're using something, you have to make sure everything that you're using on the outside can integrate with it too. So
Exactly.
it's trying to be a one-stop shop, so you're not having to, have 20 tabs up like I do right now.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, we're still tapping in other tech spaces for sure.
Okay. Now, so when I first came across you guys app, right, and like I said, I was really excited to see other people in this space because, like we said when we first started, like this is a, $1 billion space, right? I mean, the
Mhm.
trash isn't going anywhere, and so I wanted to um, show you what I was working on. Just get your feedback.
Let's do it.
With you being an expert, mine is so. Let me bring this up real quick.
I'm gonna forewarn you, I'm coming like Simon, like, and it stinks. No, I was playing. Now go ahead, bro.
Let's see. Uh, I'm bring it up like this. Just trying to make sure it's sized right.
No worries.
And here we go. Here it is. All right. So allow me to introduce you to Oscar,
Okay.
Smart Waste Management, right? Where you snap it, schedule it, and we haul it. So this
Love
is
it.
more so for outside of the house, right? Like I said, I'm in Baltimore. They have those big 50-gallon trash cans, and it's a
Mhm.
very dense city, and so they don't. A lot of times, certain areas don't have trash pickup, so you'll literally, won't get trash picked up for 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
And the way the
Yeesh.
city's built is it's in front of the house. So when you walk down a block, you'll have 3 weeks of trash in front of somebody's house.
Right. Sheesh.
I know. I mean, and then, like I said, the Philadelphia strike, uh, trash strike took off, and that's what sort of made me see that there was a need for it.
Heard
Because
about
it was
that
just,
too. Yeah.
man, piling up, and the negotiations were taking longer and longer. And then I heard that Atlanta was the next one that was going to have to negotiate. So then I was like, oh wait, this is going to be like a domino effect, and it's going to go from Philly to Atlanta to Texas to LA to just around the country. And so she
Hmm.
wanted to help and do my part, and which was, like you said, come up with use the tech to come up with the solution. And so Oscar pretty much, uh, I'll log on for it. You can go into the web page and you can schedule a pickup as a user.
Okay.
And so if I go to schedule a pickup, you pretty much just enter your address. Then you would pick out what the size of the load, and if it's under 50 pounds for anything larger than like a trash bag, or anything over 50 pounds is an extra charge. And then also same day service. And then you can upload a picture. Let's see, I know I got some trash over here somewhere. So you can upload a picture like this, which is a real picture I took off the street. It's been there for weeks. You set your date. Make sure I'm on the right one. Oh, let me see. Let me go back. I clicked on the other one. Yeah, here it is. So you schedule a pickup, and then let's see. Here it is. So you put your address in, you determine the size, and then you could put your picture up. So
Gotcha.
yeah, so here's a picture right here, and then you select your date, and then it will just come, pick it up for tomorrow. Any instructions? Right now we're doing a welcome code, so you get your first pickup free. Let's put an address, and then you would get a text notification when you're partnered with a driver, and it should go to pickup. Based on your location, it'll show on your map where there's a user located. and where they're and if when there are drivers, we're still in beta phase right now. It would connect the driver to a user, and then you'd be able to sort of like how Uber works. You'd be able to track that user all the way until to pickup, and so it's really what I tried to start and what I'm working on, and just doing a lot of marketing now, and trying to get work with the troubleshooting parts, the bugs, because these things once you create on the site I used, which is Replit, it kind of makes a front end. So now I've been connecting it to the back end. So yeah, so that's where I'm at right now.
Gotcha. Man, number one, you absolutely need an app. Gotta have the app version of this. Because when you sit here and think about it, like I don't hop on here unless I have to. I can literally work from my phone if I really wanted to. This is just
Exactly.
being transparent. Then also, how often you gonna be walking around and see trash while you got your laptop too? Like so,
Hmm.
of course you can go in the back and upload it, but the one thing I found out within this business, you need to make everything as straightforward and easy as possible.
Hmm.
Otherwise, they're gonna like, man, I can just call whoever I know who's cool or whatever. But in this case, if you have a platform, definitely making sure you have it in an app form, because you walk outside and see an opportunity where we need to click it and we need to send information. Let's get a quote. Let's keep going.
Hmm.
So yeah, definitely would. I'm gonna start there. Looking at the app, and then like you said, the best, like the marketing piece. Like now you got to find out like how are you getting this in the hands of the people you want it to, the people that's going to be giving you the driving business your way, things of that nature, outside of you acquiring a contract or something
Hmm.
of that nature. So that's the biggest piece. No, everything looks clean, like I said, straightforward. Now it's honestly about making sure that you make it accessible, you make it very easy to navigate and operate. That quotes are straightforward, and of course on the back end that you're able to deliver. That's it. That's
Hmm.
what it all boils down to.
Yeah. And so how was it getting your first client? Can you talk a little bit about how you guys did that? Was it a lot of cold calls? Was it marketing funnels? How did you guys get that first win?
Oh man, so the first client wasn't even the Valet Trash owner that told us about his issues. We did like we just did a mock up with him. We told him how much it was gonna cost. He was like, I ain't really got that right now, or I ain't trying to spend it. And so, we had our conversations, made sure, that we were cool with being able to, run with the ideal and move forward. And he was like, oh, absolutely, man. I hopefully I can, once you all get established, maybe I can swing the block. We actually started with a pilot in Oklahoma City. Did the whole shebang with him, QR codes. We even went out. We did a run.
Wow.
I picked up trash.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And just see how it was operating in the field. You also like if you watch me on social media, like I still get out in the field, like and see how people that are the end users are truly using the app, seeing how it does, man. And so the first one, man, is just we end up running into a guy that liked it. A brother out of Oklahoma City. We end up flying out there. We helped place the QR codes that he was putting them on each bin. We did a rollout. We did a run. And man, so like this, he ultimately like didn't wasn't the actual first customer there, but that was actually the first rollout of Trash Can.
Okay.
Uh, and so he did come back down the line and subscribe with us. But the actual first customer, man, I believe honestly was we're both from Memphis. Was a guy from Memphis, Tennessee. So shout out to M Town.
Yeah, and that's pretty much where I'm looking at now. Like I'm, I'm kind of doing both ends on my test site. I've been user and driver. If I
Mm-hmm.
see something, I'll bring it up on my phone and I'll take the picture and then I'll log in as a driver and then pick it up and just seeing how it works. And just doing some marketing. And I did a Google Forms and I ran a Facebook ad, and I got one guy. Well, I got 10 people who said they
Mm-hmm.
were interested, but one guy filled out the form and came through. And so I've been communicating him as a driver. So now I just need the users.
Absolutely. No, I was gonna say, man, like if you're already tapped into like the like your apartment associations, like now it's about getting into these spaces where you finna find your customers, your users, things of that nature.
Let's see. Here you guys go. So they have a social media page. This is on Instagram. It's Trash
Mm-hmm.
Scan app. And let's see. I'm trying to find that picture, that photo of you guys picking up the trash.
Hey man, look, whenever you if you see the what they call it in the I call it in the trap with trash can or something like that, man. Like look, but like I got some clients out in Southeast Florida. They got me out there not too long ago. We were in Atlanta. Guy took over 8 properties at one time. He rolled them out
Wow.
all in one weekend. He got me out for. I rolled a
Wow.
couple properties out with him. Like the one thing that's cool about us is like we're still accessible in this stage. You know, it's still our baby, so we take it personal. And we'd love to see our people grow.
And so I found this picture. You guys were at a conference.
Absolutely.
Beautiful spread. You guys got the table. You guys got the backdrops, and you guys presenting at a conference. Can you talk a little bit about what this conference was and how it helped?
Oh yeah, man. So like I said, like the conference, this was TAA.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Houston, and little like Texas, is a country in itself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in this industry, hell, if you're in most industries, Texas is a big market for you. And so I'm gonna say probably 40% of our clientele comes from Texas. There are that many valet trash companies. And so, man, we want to be where all our potential customers are.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing about being in some of these spaces, you may not, sit here and walk away with any new customers that day, but it's all about the brand recognition, man. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to be in the spaces. You have to sit here and create uh, a rapport, not only with you as a brand and your potential customers, but with this industry. It's very relationship based,
Mm-hmm.
and so you coming into a new space and having what I'm saying, all good intentions, things of that nature, like that sounds good, but people do business with people they know, in it,
Exactly.
especially here. And so, oh yeah, there you get me. There go one right there. They had me. Yeah, but yeah, man, too. Like it's all about the brand recognition. So we made sure to go out and we go out into these spaces, man, educate, the property management side to let them know that, you might be getting shortchanged on your valet trash service. Like let us introduce you to
Mm-hmm.
your next valet trash company and whatnot. And this is all that we have to offer. So, man, just a lot of brand recognition, educating the industry, and also just a lot of networking. So, those are the big takeaways from going to those conferences, man. And it's not always about walking away and and just having taking business. Of course, we need the money at the end of the day, but those relationships, if you're doing the right thing, will come
Yeah.
down the line. There was
Exactly.
another one. He's Diamond Waste Services. He's out of Houston as well. So we're
So
able to try
he
with him as well on the
so he
down.
he started a business, right? A trash
Mhm.
valet, and he
Absolutely,
uses you guys software.
absolutely,
Okay. And you guys went out there to pretty much walk him through it hands on.
absolutely.
Oh wow. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or just like I said, if whenever like I said, you'll see me traveling here and there. If I'm in town, we do business there. I'm not there for not just there for fun. Like somebody's
Yeah.
already there's a platform, there's a valet trash company, or there are multiple properties that are using trash can, whether they know it or not. That's the
Yeah.
Southwest. I know you saw that police car. Don't mind me in the with my shades. But yeah,
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's the full, and that's one thing I wanted to cover and talk to people, because a lot of times with these apps and AI, they'll just stop at the front end and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna come," but
hmm
you guys embody the legwork, right? I mean, like you said, just getting to the iOS is a lot of steps, right? And a lot of people clock out, and then it's still work past there, right? Like you said,
Absolutely.
getting to the people, do the training, getting the boots on the ground part, and so that's very inspirational, and motivational, man.
Oh man, I
You
think that's
guys
the
are a
biggest
great
thing.
example.
Yeah, no, I get shout outs all the time. Like I just honestly, I was like, what else? What other way would I have done it?
Mhm.
And everybody just kind of, I'm like I said, we're from Memphis. Everybody heard of grit and grind. Like we come from a place where we're about hustling and being able to sit there and put the work in to reap the benefits. And so this was no different, man. Just coming our own entity and how we want to be presented. And so sometimes until you can get the personnel down the line to do that for you, man, you have to be that space. You have to be be in these different places as well.
Exactly. And so, with my Oscar, looking at different areas it could expand into, the trash valet came up as well. And so I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really know much about it. And that's when I came across you guys' page. I'm like, oh, wow, this is a whole different side that I didn't think about. Because I
Absolutely.
was just kind of thinking about the last mile, like I said, from the curb to the dump, right? But then
Right.
there's, like you said, multi units. There's properties. There's a ton of steps before you even get there, and so
Mm-hmm.
it works, and you guys are connected there. So this is something I might look into adding a service as well.
Look, and it's honestly just another selling point because now you have property management companies, you have these different properties. Like
Hmm.
you need to present yourself as somebody that does. If you can present yourself as somebody that does more than just valet trash pickup, if you can do bulk pickup, if you can
Hmm.
do turns, if you can do pet waste,
Hmm.
even from a frequency, are you able to do 5? Some
Yeah.
people want 7 days. Like
Hmm.
the more you can sit here and be flexible with what your capabilities are, the more people are going to be like, okay, I know I can get this, that, and that done versus me sitting here having to find 3 different providers to do it.
Hmm.
So whenever you can diversify what you can offer, man, always do it within reason, of course.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that's great. So trash scan. Let me see. Let me bring it up. Let's see. So trash scan. Uh, let's see. Here it is. Here, trash scan. Here it is. So here it is. Trash scan. The helping valet trash companies manage and scale with trash scan.
Mm-hmm.
It is software as a service for other people to create their businesses, and them work with trash scan to get the property managers and some residential and commercial spaces.
Absolutely. Yep.
So
We
I
got
think it's
people
a great.
serving HOAs. Absolutely. As
Mhm.
well.
And so this is a great idea. I think you guys are really leading the way in this billion-dollar industry.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
and I'm really thank you for the time, for explaining how this works, and giving me feedback on my journey. I definitely like to keep the connection going.
Absolutely, man.
I definitely will be sending you some emails as I get to that next stage, which is the app stage, and I'm going to look into integrating because you know using trash can right now, and then getting to the point that I'm trying to get to. This might help, because I don't
Absolutely.
think there's any service like that available in Baltimore at this moment.
No, I you know what? I have a client in Baltimore.
Oh, you do?
I got one client in Baltimore, absolutely, in the
Okay.
DMV. But I need to have 10, so
Yeah.
I need you to hop on board as well. Plus, what man? Funny story. Me and Paul used to live in the DMV area. We,
Oh,
we
yeah.
stayed at Tyson's.
Oh, you say Tyson's? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean that's a good area to have it in. A lot of tall buildings up there.
Absolutely.
Just work your way back. They're doing a lot to the waterfront down here. They're adding a
Hmm.
lot of new buildings. I'm sure they don't have anything set up yet. So yeah, there's a lot of potential for this area in trash in general.
Absolutely.
All right.
Always, man. So now definitely just keep the connection going, man. I always want to continue to be I think that's my biggest thing, building community in this space at this point now, man. So we can just be able to be a resource for one another. There's, like I said, more than enough business out there for all of us.
Okay. So, in closing, what is something you want to say to encourage others who might have ideas and want to launch a service?
Woo. Man, I was gonna go get you a Bible verse on here. Man, the race is not given to the swift, but the one who endures. This
Mm,
is There's been plenty of times where like I was like, man, I can go back and get a comfy 6-figure job and live my best bachelor life, but sitting here sticking to it, man, understanding that, man, like when pitfalls and lessons, I mean, and pitfalls and difficulties come, that those are just lessons to grow from. And but just when you got something good, when you just need that first yes, man, and just to keep pushing, keep showing up where you're supposed to, man. Keep praying, man. Keep having the faith, and but also remember to do the work, man. And the results pay off. If you're supposed to do it, the door's going to open. You just got to be persistent. You got to keep pushing forward.
man, thank you for that. Definitely do the work. Do
Absolutely.
the work. Can't stress that enough.
Man, I tell people I used to have a head full of hair before I started this, man. 360 waves, like. But we're here now, so I now just
Exactly.
keep it buffed and real good.
It'll be
But nah,
good.
man, this was cool, man. So whether you know it or not, this is my first podcast, man. So
Oh,
I just
really?
had the opportunity. I got a few scheduled, for the rest of the fourth quarter, first quarter next year, man. But you're
Mm-hmm.
the first person to get me on one of these. So big shout out to you, bro.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming on there. So let them know where they can find the company at. I know we already said it is
Absolutely.
trashscanapp.com, but social media as well, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anything like that.
All of it. Absolutely, man. We're on all of them: LinkedIn, Facebook, like you said, Instagram. If you want to look me up personally, look, people have my DMs, and I set up meetings to Zoom. I'm not shy. Definitely not past the conversation. So yeah, feel free to reach me out on LinkedIn as well. But yeah, absolutely, just all platforms, trash scan app.
All right. And listen, all promptpreneurs, all entrepreneurs. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Eddie was really getting into deep about this whole going from idea to app
Mm-hmm.
process, and I want to thank him very much. So, Eddie, man, take care.
Man,
And you guys out there, get in the comments. Let us know what you liked, and make sure you go follow Trash Can app on all platforms. Till the next
absolutely.
episode, take care, guys.
All right.